Hello, hello, my sweet dears. How are you? My name is Sitara. I am ranked top 5 female psychic medium in the US. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Of course, please, if you resonate, click that like button and subscribe. I go live here every weekday, well, not every weekday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at noon Pacific Standard Time. So today I wanted to talk about this new moon that's coming up. We have a new moon in Aquarius that's coming up January 21st. So I don't usually do time sensitive videos, but today that is what feels right. So we're just going to follow that. So if you don't have a new moon practice or a new and full moon practice, I highly suggest that it's something that you consider adding to your monthly practice. Obviously, it's not a daily practice thing. And some people have some controversy about the moon, about what the moon is and if the moon even really exists in the way that we think it does, and yada, yada, yada. So we can acknowledge that, no problem. If that's not what you want to align yourself to, it also doesn't really matter, because here's the deal. The moon cycle happens every 2 weeks. We have a new moon and we have a full moon. So with that practice, if every month you're looking at what it is that you are calling in with the new moon and what it is that you are letting go of with the full moon, you're going to develop a very clear sense of co-creating your reality. So we've talked about Moon Club and all this stuff, and I've had all sorts of funny people saying all sorts of funny things about the moon. And, you know, to each their own. To each their own. You do you. But right now, what we're going to talk about is how to leverage the energy and the frequency of the new moon. I'm willing to bet also, by the way, if you do develop this practice of connecting with the new moon, you'll be able to start seeing how there's a cycle and a rhythm that's already happening naturally in your world, naturally in your life, that you'll start to see the pattern. And so when you see that pattern and you acknowledge it, instead of going like, ooh, what's going on with the world? When you get ahead of the wave and you prepare yourself for it, it's a lot easier to navigate the territories of energy in this way. So with the new moon, there is a preparatory, you know, what is it that we are calling in? And I oftentimes find that when there is an opportunity or energy that's drawing things to us, that's magnetizing, that's pulling things close, what can happen is that there becomes a bit of an earthquake internally. There becomes a bit of an earthquake in our world or in our life that starts to shed and purge the things out of our life that no longer belong. So when we're connecting with that energy and we're aware that we are creating space, that we're creating new room for new things to come in, this is how we can leverage that energy to co-create our reality. So this particular new moon, we're in the season of Aquarius, or shifting into the season of Aquarius. And so we have a lot of dreamy energy, dreamscaping, daydreaming, you know, where do we want to go? The energy of the new year, the beginning of January, it's been really challenging for a lot of us to navigate. There's been a lot of, you know, uncomfortable conversations that probably need to be had, a lot of different kind of dissonance or challenges or lessons. Like, we've already really been leaning into a different kind of mentality, a different kind of way of being, how we want to navigate the territory of the world. Who do we want to be? How do we want to show up? You know, these conversations have been illuminated and are continuing to illuminate, as we do with a fresh start. So navigating those challenges is usually an indicator that there's about to be an opening, that there's about to be a shift that's taking place that allows more room for an openness or an open experience to take place. So as we are releasing and as we are letting go and as we are shedding, and the key part is integrating the lessons that have shown up for us. So we integrate those lessons that are coming up. We integrate those personality traits that are coming up for review, and we see how we are growing and evolving. And then ultimately that break that comes through, that's coming right after this new moon, is going to leave room for that openness for you to be able to receive the rewards and the blessings and the new energy that's coming into your world by creating the space and making room for it. So there's a lot of goodness that's happening. There's a lot of good energy that's coming our way. And I feel some messages coming in. So I'm going to close my eyes for a moment. Iolatarai iosotronaya yaku sotro hoonakapu setre yakunuku. Just receiving the messages that are important for me to share with you here today in this video. They're showing me that it's important to take things one step at a time, not to get ahead of yourself and not to plan too far in advance. So the dreamscaping, the dreaming, the seeing, the daydreaming, go ahead and do that to help encourage a high vibration in your emotional body and a high vibration in the insights of what's coming, so that of course you can attract really beautiful things coming into your life. And simultaneously, they're showing me don't attach to it. Don't attach to the visions that you're seeing as that's exactly what's happening or that's exactly what's going to happen. Rather, it's like that's the direction that you're going, and that's the direction that you're going. And as you focus forward in that way, there's going to be opportunities and new energy that comes to you that's going to open an entirely different playing field. And as that playing field opens up, there's going to be really, really beautiful illumination that happens within the core of your being, within the core of your heart, that's going to start lighting the pathway up in a completely different way. It's actually going to really activate the magnetism that is innate to your inner being, as whatever is blocking or whatever beliefs, doubts, viral programming, systemic belief systems, that sort of stuff that actually isn't authentic to your inner being. As that all releases and as all of that purges, there's going to be a really powerful shift in the momentum of what you're cultivating for yourself, what you're creating for yourself. They're showing me to expect the unexpected. Get ready for what's coming. There's something new that's coming into your life that's going to open up a completely new territory, a completely new field. And as that opens, you're going to be amazed at what is presented in front of you when you are staying diligent about your energetic frequency. This is about mastering your energy. This is about mastering magnetism. This is about being your most magnetic self. This is about the embodiment of your divine presence. They're showing me also to be prepared for like new old relationships to come back in. There may be, I say maybe, obviously, because this is a general reading, but they're encouraging me to be very poignant with my languaging. So what they're saying is that there is going to be a revisitation of some people or a person in your life that has maybe fallen away to the wayside, and that resurfacing is going to come back because there is still integration of lessons, either for you or for them or both parties. But either way, there's something really important that's coming to the surface that is that will need to be revisited. I'm asking if that needs to be in-person contact, and they're saying no. It can be in dreams, it can be over the phone, it can be long distance, it can be however it shows up. But as it shows up, allow it to show up for you in a really beautiful and a really graceful way. They're showing me that the importance of revisiting this is going to be like, if you wish you would have handled a circumstance differently in the past, this is your opportunity to handle it in the way that you want to handle it, in a way that you wish you could have. It's like going over familiar ground or going over familiar territory and being able to actually reconcile and move on from a place of wholeness. That's also with the completion of Mercury retrograde and the post-shadow period that we're in. It's going to be very healing. There's going to be a lot of resolution in really beautiful and purifying and very mature ways. So allow this, welcome this, stay in your center and be clear with who you are and how you want to show up. Beautiful. And that's the message for today. So journal, journal, journal. What is it that you're calling in? Daydream, dayscape, do all the things that you want to do to really start envisioning what you're calling in. And then of course, remain unattached to what it is that you're seeing, but give yourself full permission to just have fun daydreaming. One of my favorite pastimes is just going on Airbnb and looking at different cities around the world and seeing what are the options. So give yourself just that freedom to experience, freedom to dream however it is that you want to dream, and allow that beauty of that carefree envisioning to just permeate your energy for the day, permeate your energy through the day. Allow it to really be a part of how you're showing up with grace, elegance, ease, joyfulness. So yes, Rise is off and running. We have started. Enrollment is still open. It is an opportunity for you to connect in with a like-hearted tribe if you are an intuitive entrepreneur, if you have dreams of owning and running your own soul-centered business, a business that is fully aligned with your heart-centered purpose. I believe it is my divine purpose to be able to facilitate and support visionaries, creatives, and intuitives, being able to make a healthy and sustainable income, living out your passion, living out your fulfillment. I'm entrepreneur minded, and so there's always a way. We just include some bit of business structure, some coaching here and there, and then ultimately getting you into a place where you're developing your own psychic abilities, embodying the powerful essence of your full self-worth. I am a big supporter and voice for the divine feminine rising, which is your own intuitive nature, your own creative flow, and really being able to support the inner visionary that you are, and overcoming any blocks that would keep you from being able to make sure that that is your work, your career. So with that, my sweet friends, if that aligns to you, feel into the center of your own heart space, reach out to me on Instagram, sitara.speaks. Send me a message. You can start by sending me the word rise. We'll gather a bit of information, and then I'd love to get on the phone with you. If, of course, you're feeling that this is something that is of interest and can support your dreams and visions for the next year. So with that, my sweet loves, I adore you. I thank you. If you're not ready for Rise, check out the description below and you can find the link to Embody Your Higher Self, which is wildly affordable right now. And you can get started with some of those deeper dive transmissions that will absolutely speed up your awakening as gracefully, gently, and easily as possible. And I just simply want to say thank you for your love, your kindness, and your support. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. And again, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share with your buddies who would resonate with this message. And I look forward to chatting with you again tomorrow. Mwah! Ciao.